Hey guys, Levi Gates here, and welcome to DETALKS. With me, Yvan Lacroix, Optimum Polymer Technologies. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I'm here. I'm in Boise. We drove here for once.
Yeah, you brought the bus up here so everybody could get a gander at it here, and you've been parked on the side doing a little urban camping.
There we go. Urban boondocking.
Urban boondocking. You learn a new term every day.
There you go.
This episode, we wanted to do something that's near and dear to our hearts.
Definitely.
One thing that I think it's still hard for some, but this is a generation now where information is readily available, so there is really no excuse anymore.
No.
But basically, we want you to always keep learning it and don't get stuck in your ways.
No, and that comes down to there's always a new technique. There's always a new product. There's always something new coming out. And this industry is exploding.
Rapidly changing.
Yeah. And don't get stuck in your way. Don't be pigeonholed into, this is the way I've been doing it for the last 25 years, and this is the way I'm going to do it till I die.
Yeah.
You're going to die sooner, sorry.
Yeah, don't be the guy like, there are a lot of new techniques out there. There are a lot of new processes out there. There are a lot of new chemicals out there to make your job easier,
right,
faster, cheaper. It makes you more money, and there's so
higher
many
quality,
and a higher quality, longer longevity, and people and Dane's yelling at me, safer. Of course. So there are a lot of great things out there, and it's hard to see when guys are like, nope, I only wash wheels with acid.
Yeah.
And I only use this dollar store degreaser that melts my concrete, but that's what I put on people's cars. And it's worked for me for dozens of years. I don't have a problem with it, and I only use cotton towels, and I only use an old school Makita rotary or DeWalt rotary. Yeah. And that's how I do cars. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right. And this morning I was privileged. I was in their morning staff meeting, and Jeff brought out a new towel that doesn't exist yet. I mean, seriously, this is a new weave of microfiber.
Yeah. Research
and development is ongoing with every manufacturer, whether it be the rag company, whether it be Optimum, with any manufacturer.
Yeah.
Research that's worth dealing with.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry, we'll put it that way. Anyways, research and development is continual. We are growing the industry from the inside so you guys can grow it on the outside.
Right, and on top of that, we're always trying to teach, always trying to train, always trying to help you guys learn the best. I have a local detailer here that 3 years ago, I was showing him products that are pretty commonplace.
Yeah.
Now, everybody uses them, everybody has them. And at the time, he was hesitant.
Yes.
And he said, I don't need to worry about it. I don't need to do it. Well, slowly but surely, inviting him to different events here, inviting him to take a little more education and just come hang out, meet some people, and he's like, I already know, I don't need to worry about it. It's like, no, just come hang out with us. Like, we got muffins, and what are you doing on that Saturday morning?
Exactly.
And so he started showing up.
Yeah.
He started playing with those products. And once he got it in his hands, he's like, oh, man, I don't hurt as much.
Exactly.
I can get this car done quicker. I don't have the issues that I had previously. However, he'll still spend some time polishing a car with a rotary because he loves doing it. And honestly, you and I are the same way. Like, rotary's a good machine.
I get this comment a lot. I cut with the DA and I finish with a rotary.
Yeah.
It's just the way I am.
Yeah.
Because to me, a rotary is easier to work with and it's easier to finish, but a DA cuts faster. And again, we're going to get comments. No, rotary cuts faster. Again, learn what pad are you using, what compound are you using. There are pads and there are compounds that are designed to be used with a rotary for cutting.
Yeah.
And there are some that are designed to be used with a DA for cutting. And learn, absorb. We are here teaching constantly.
Yeah.
It's what I do for a living. I drive around the country and I fly around the world teaching people how to detail. And it's wonderful. And when you have an open mind, you learn so much. I learn as much from every detailing class that I teach than the people that are taking the class.
Well, you learn something from everybody. And one thing I really like is like, same thing. I go around, I teach people how to do stuff. I work with folks. I love learning people's different uses or their different SOPs, their standard operating procedures.
Right.
And they go, so I saw that you do it this way. This is how I do it. And I'm like,
whoa.
I never thought of that. Like,
no.
And you don't. And that's one of the neatest things. And that's one of the reasons we always say, whether it's learning from YouTube, learning from an event, learning from an actual training class, those all benefit your business and they all benefit you as a person. Because you could sit here and go, yeah, I'm not going to talk to that. Why would they're competition. I don't need to worry about that. But what you don't understand is that you could learn something from them. You could walk into their shop and go, oh, well, that's a cool cart. I've seen that cart at Home Depot thousands of times.
Yeah.
I never even thought of doing something like that to it, or maybe attaching lighting to it, or adding polisher mounts, or any of this kind of stuff that you could build.
Yeah.
And go, oh man, I need to do that. I would love to have something like that in my shop. Or you go into someone else's shop and you're like, wow, I love the way you arrange your bottles. I've been setting them on a countertop and never thought I could use a towel bar.
Yeah,
or
whatever.
Certain things like that. There's different ideas that you'll glean from them. Or maybe flyers. Flyers is a big one. People ask me all the time, send me a copy of your old Hawks flyer on your pricing. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty standard boilerplate, but sure. But it's the ideas that people get from all these different areas that help them grow their business. And this show is one of them. Hopefully it helps you guys learn some different tips, tricks, things of that nature. But Ivan and I do travel a lot to teach detailing.
Yes.
You do a lot more than I do.
Well, I have a bus. You don't.
I don't have a bus yet. But
yes, I like that.
The point is that you get it's the fact that you meet detailers from all walks of life.
Right.
I meet detailers from all walks of life.
Right.
And all of them have a reason to learn, whether they're new in the industry, whether they're 20, 30-year vets in the industry. There's always something that they can learn, that they can be taught, that can help them out.
And there's always something they can teach us.
Yeah.
This weekend I did a training in Utah, and that training, I had a guy that, one person in the class, mobile business, 10 employees, 5 trucks, been in business for years. Another one, it was his first day.
Yeah.
Things like that. And the guy that ran the business that had, the multiple trucks and all that, he brought one of his key detailers with him because his point was, he's a much better detailer than I'll ever be.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that, this might be another complete subject, but we'll just touch on it quickly. Your employees, they should be as good or better than you are. And yes, an employee can be as good as you can.
And that's another thing is give, some employees, yes, is just a job.
Yeah.
It's just a paycheck. But if you've got employees who actually enjoy doing their job, spend the money on them to invest in that employee in training them.
Get them IDA certified. Get them IDA SV'd. Skills validated.
Yeah, take them to a training with you or take them to an event, pay them to go, incentivize it. If it's like, hey man, I know you're off on Sunday, but the rag company's holding an event, Optum's there, Rupes is there, Flex, whoever is here, I'll pay you I'll pay your wages, for that day if you could just go show up there with me.
Yeah.
And let's spend the morning there. I'll buy you breakfast or I'll buy you lunch afterwards or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's come with me and I'll pay that day. Incentivize it for them.
Right.
What they learn at that event is they're gonna be able to apply in their day-to-day in that business where they work for you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get that money back. And I see more and more companies, not even just us, but normal, other detail suppliers or distributors, where they're bringing their employees with them on events, or they're bringing them to Mobile Tech or to,
SEMA. And
I've got some friends, Brandon Ward, Carolina Detail Supply, and he brought his entire staff to Mobile Tech.
Right.
And then he got them all CDSV'd while they were at Mobile Tech. And that's a huge thing. These guys are selling supplies and products, but he wanted his guys to be educated. He told them, take some training class and find out what you want to do. And I know the boys watch this video, so that's why I'm giving them all a plug. But that's something that shows that he cares about his employees. He cares about his staff. He wants them to be at their best ability. And that's what we do here at the Rag Company. Anthony's a CDSV.
Yeah.
You know, Josh, who does our global business development, he's a CDSV now. You know,
So
Morgan,
Dane, I believe.
Dane is not yet.
Okay.
Dane is just a member of the IDA.
Okay.
Anthony or Morgan is a CD and working on her SV. And
Correct.
so we're trying to also instill that knowledge. And yeah, they're selling towels, they're selling product, but at the end of the day, we're selling to detailers. And I'm an old school detailer, and I'm teaching them as much as I can to teach them how to do this stuff.
Right.
To the point that they're working in their garages on the weekends, doing other friends and family's cars.
Yeah.
So that they can get some experience in this stuff, because that helps them be better employees of the Rag Company.
Exactly. And it helps them counsel our customers a lot better.
Exactly, that too.
You know, at Optimum, every single employee that deals with customers was a detailing business owner before.
Right.
That's just part of our, you know,
It's how you
what
hire.
we have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's how we hire. Hey, you're a good detailer. We want you.
Yeah.
So, and they have an entrepreneurial spirit. They know what the detailer is suffering. They know what the detailer is
They've been in
going
the
through.
trenches.
Yeah. So, but they also have an innate thirst for knowledge. They want to learn. They want to know more, and not just about our products, about everybody's products.
Yeah.
How many hours a day do you spend online on Facebook?
I'm not going to answer that.
Yeah, but you get paid to do it, so
I
it's
do.
part of your job. And so do I. And I'm a member of like 300 groups,
Yeah.
and I go through every one of those groups, but I'll learn something.
Yeah.
You know, and when it's a post that's people bashing each other, that one we skip. But when someone has a good idea,
Yep.
hey, we're on it. You can always learn. You're never too old to learn. But more importantly, you're never too young to learn.
Right.
That is something I've noticed, you've noticed it. It's the young guns coming in and say, hey, I know it all.
Yeah. No,
Yeah. It's the older guys that are going, I could learn more.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, now there's never been a better time. You've got education right at your fingertips that I never had.
No.
You never had.
No,
You know.
the internet didn't exist when I started detailing.
No, and we had to do it all by trial and error. And
Yeah.
then you'd talk to another detailer and go, have you ever wondered why this does this? And they're like, yeah, all the time. I was like, maybe we could figure that out together. Or
Yeah.
maybe we could find something that makes, I'm going to do a Google search because there's this new thing called Google.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but it was like, you know, before it was, let's check out an encyclopedia. Let's figure out why this stain isn't working. How do we figure, you know,
let's ask the truck guy when he comes.
Yeah, we'll ask the truck guy when he comes.
Because that was our reference.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
And now you can just do a quick Google search. It'll pop up. You'll have 10 videos on the subject and this many Facebook posts, and you'll have the Old Gray Whistle Test wiki, Detailers wiki sitting there, and it'll all of a sudden you've got all the info
and all that,
and Reddit, and all of a sudden you're like, man, there are thousands of people that have also had this problem, and here's their solution to it.
Exactly.
And maybe it's 3 different solutions, but at least you have an idea of where to go. Where
Right.
before, we didn't.
No, and you know, just like we do R&D, you can do research and development as well.
Mm-hmm.
Work on your processes, get them down. You know, we work on systems.
Mm-hmm.
We work on getting things to work together, synergy, and that's something that in your shops, in your mobile units, whatever, in your detailing, work on that as well. Get your own synergy going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Ivan always says one of the best things to do is record yourself detailing.
Yes.
Find out where you're saving, where you can save time. Video your employees doing the same job, or just put some security cameras in your shop. It's probably a good idea for insurance purposes and things like that. But this way,
get good ones, not the cheap ones where it's grainy and black and white and you can't see
yeah,
anything.
get the
anyway.
nicer ones.
Yeah.
But this way you can actually watch your employees working too.
Right.
I mean, you could be in your office and just have the TV on with the security cameras and just watch, just take 20, 30 minutes and just watch them work around the car.
Yeah.
You may have some things like, why'd they go back to their workbench 5 times? Why didn't they just have that in there? They're wearing a detailer's helper belt, but they don't have any brushes in it.
No,
They
exactly.
keep going back and grabbing brushes off their bench or off their cart.
Yeah.
There's pockets that are being unused, you know.
Well, that
Or
and,
you guys had caddies with different
Yeah.
products on them. Get something like that.
Yeah, and have the employees watch that video. When they see themselves wasting time, You don't have to tell them.
Yeah.
They will learn.
Yeah, I had an employee that would take a cigarette break.
Yeah.
And after every step on a car, he'd go out and have a smoke break.
Yeah.
Well, I started counting up the steps, and I
Yeah.
go, you're out for 5 minutes every step.
Yeah.
We're going through 10 to 15 steps.
Yeah.
That's almost an hour.
Yeah.
That's over an hour that you have taken time, and I wasn't giving him, you had a morning break and an afternoon break and a lunch break, and that was it. That was the only times. I let them be free with their time.
Yeah, because they were piece.
They're piece rate, so
Yeah.
if they're not touching a car, they weren't getting paid. But I just said, man, you wasted over an hour today just smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Just an idea.
Yeah. Just a thought.
Just a thought. Think about that. Can you go 2 steps and maybe
Right.
cut that in half? If you can cut that in half, you're going to save yourself 30 minutes that
Yeah.
could be put towards a car that could get a car out 30 minutes sooner, that could get another car in that you could be working on, and you could make money a little faster. And he was like, I never even thought that. I was
No,
just taking a break after every step as like all right, step's done. I'm going to go have a smoke.
Yeah. And for your shop, you're losing money when he's not making money.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And so it just, things you can do, just casually keeping an eye on your employees, but also seeing what they want to do, seeing where they want to go, and fostering and helping that, so that not only are you educating yourself to help your customers, but you're educating your employees so that they can help you.
Yeah. Education is continual. It's always there. And as a business owner, specifically as a business owner, there are 2 modes in a business. You're either moving forward and growing, or you're moving backwards and receding. There's no such thing as standing still.
Yep. And if you're wondering, if you're confused and you're like, all right, but how do I pay for this stuff? How do I do this stuff? That's on you. You get to figure out how you want to pay for it and how you want to break it down. But also remember that 90% of the time, if it's a business expense and you're going to travel, to train, to educate, to learn,
Yeah.
that's a write-off in your
Not
business.
only is it a write-off, you are going to get so much out of it that it's going to pay itself back.
Yeah. Build it out the way that you would if it was a tool.
Yeah.
I need to spend this trip to, let's say, Mobile Tech Expo.
Right.
It's going to cost me $1,500.
Yeah.
Break it down. What am I going to get out of it? Well, I can get 8 hours of classroom time here. I'll be able to meet with these vendors that I currently use their products. I'll be able to ask these questions. Maybe I'll be able to see a demonstration of something that I can do.
You'll meet with new vendors.
And maybe I can take that $1,500 and see that more as an investment in the next year. And I want to make $3,000 based on what I learn at this event.
Yeah.
And that'll
me,
be happy. Oh, you'll make way more.
You'll make a lot more than that. Any event, any training is an investment, and you have to look at it as an investment. And learning, again, don't get stuck in your ways. Always learn, always teach, always grow.
And an easy way also, guys, if you're confused about it, you can raise your prices a few percentage points
Yep.
to cover that training. Go, you know what, this year I'm going to hit Mobile Tech in January, I'm going to hit SEMA in November.
Yep.
This is how much that's going to cost. Okay, so I need to come up with that $4,000 or $5,000 extra at the end of the year. Let's see, I made this much last year. I'm going to increase our prices by 2%. At the end of the year, hey, look, there's your trips paid for.
Exactly.
Already done, and you're going to write them off at the end of the year anyway.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of great ways to do it, but the key is go and do it.
Yeah.
Get in those classes to learn, or take a training. Optimum has a training every few months at the mothership in
Or
Memphis.
I can come to you.
Or Yvan is always in his bus, and he'll come to you. But same kind of thing. Host that training.
Yeah.
And have those guys, help your employees out, help yourself out.
Right.
And it helps you help your customers when you have plaques on the wall that show all the trainings you've been able to do. It makes your customers feel safer. It makes them feel more in the fact that they're actually getting something for their money.
Yeah. And you can also subscribe to this channel.
You can.
Yeah. You can like this channel.
You can watch all the videos that
You
we
can
have.
follow us on
Heck,
different
you can leave a
social
comment
medias.
below.
Yeah, and we'll answer the comment.
Yep.
We enjoy doing that.
You can do all those things. The point is, always keep learning. Don't sell yourself short. Don't just get stuck in your old ways. Always keep learning. Always keep moving forward. Always keep trying to put a wrinkle in your brain. That's how I like it.
Yep.
So, Yvan, thank you for coming, man.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Hopefully, guys, again, like, share, comment, all the good stuff we talked about. Make sure you subscribe. And as always, stay tuned for more videos right here the Rag Company YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.